Hey beautiful people, what is up and welcome back to my channel and welcome to a very quick itty bitty baby swatch video. So I have a little bit of time to film today and I did get a couple of products in PR while I was traveling, and while I don't have time to put everything on my eyes, on my face, I can do a little swatches for you. So we're going to be swatching the Surrat, what is this called? Prismatique eyes, although Prismarise would be cool too. So they did send me a couple of their Prismatique eyes duos, so I will be swatching that along with the Blackmoxy Cosmetics Dark Matter bundle. This is a small indie brand that I'm on the PR list for. It is a black owned, woman owned brand, so one that I definitely recommend checking that out. But before we dive right in, if this is your first time watching me, hi, welcome. I'm Jamila. I love all things beauty. I love all things makeup. I love all things skincare, and I especially love sharing my tips and tricks for how to find high-end and luxury beauty products at bargain prices. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, I would absolutely love if you would consider subscribing and joining the fam. Okay, so it's not a ton of shadows. To be quite frank, this is 8 shadows. So I don't think that this was going to be the longest video, but it can be a really fun one. It'll be a quick itty bitty baby fun one. So let's start with the Blackmoxy Cosmetics release. So Blackmoxy Cosmetics, they released a new bundle of eyeshadows. It's only 4 shadows, and this is their Dark Matter bundle. Now the shadows in here, there's 2 that's $9.50 USD and 2 that's $10.50, which look like they are duochromes. But overall, these seem to be pretty reasonably priced for shimmer shades. Each shadow comes individually packaged in this sleeve, and on the back it has the ingredients, and it does say that this is handcrafted, vegan, and cruelty-free. But it doesn't have the actual pigment name on it, so you have to open it up to see what it is on the back of the package. Okay, first up we have the shade Radiation. This one retails for $9.50. It's described as a rustic gold that's totally blendable and has a flaky, soft texture with a foiled finish. So I don't want to hold it up too much because it is a flaky. So there's definitely already a ton of fallout. Here we have Radiation. Now you can see the texture of the shade, but you can in some ways press this into the skin. This kind of reminds me a little bit of the Adept Cosmetics flaky shades, but honestly a lot less creamy, which is good if you have textured or oily lids and you worry about it kind of slipping all over the place. And I still have a decent amount of product left on my finger. So much so that I'm gonna swatch the rest of that on this side. I don't know why I started swatching on the back of my hand. There we go. Radiation. Next up we have the shade Celestial. This is described as a pigmented shadow with a foiled finish that is a shiny silver and has a soft texture. So you can see this one is a little bit less textured than the previous one. Ooh. And that feels a lot softer and a lot more creamy, a lot creamier. Here we have Celestial. That's pretty. Just gonna build that up a little bit. This feels like a silver with a purple flip to it, which I really like. I'm not drawn to silvers because on my skin tone they can look a little bit weird because I have a yellow undertone. So I usually go for things that are more in that gold warm family, less of that cool tone family. But that's pretty. Like this, it's like silver with a flip of purple in it. And I'm saying flip in not like the undertone sense, as in it just feels like it has some purple in there, not like a duochromatic flip. Next we have the shade Galactic. This is described as a pigmented shadow with a foiled finish. This shade shifts from blue to purple and has a soft flaky texture. So here you can see the blue. You can see that slight blue to purple shift there. And here we have Galactic on the finger. See a little bit of that shift. galactic. You can really see the shift when it's swatched. Now I will say that these don't really have a base to them. So like some multi-chromes will have a black base to it. They're not toppers, but they don't have like a strong black base to them. So you can see straight through to my skin if you look at it clearly. Oops. And then the last shade we have is Unseen Cosmic. It's described as a pigmented shadow with a foiled finish that shifts purple to gold. It has a soft, flaky texture. Ooh, you can really see that purple. And yeah, when you turn, you can see the gold. These are all super duper soft. So here's Unseen Cosmic on the finger. Oh, this is pretty. I think this is my favorite out of the bunch. That's gorgeous. And this one has a stronger base in my opinion. So here we have the 4 shades in the Blackmoxy Cosmetics Dark Matter collection. This gold shade here, what's this called? Radiation, has the flakiest texture to it. The others, even though they're described as flakies, in my opinion, have a much smoother texture, especially if you rub it in with your fingers. If you just pat it directly onto the lids and don't rub it in, it will have that flaky texture, but it does smooth out much easier than Radiation. Yeah, so these are the 4 shades. This is a beautiful collection of singles, and in my opinion, this Unseen shade has a pretty decent multi-chrome flip, and for $10.50, I think that's a very, very reasonable price, considering that multi-chromes on the market usually start at like 15, 18, 20, 25 bucks, so not bad for this. Okay, let's move to the Surrat Prismatique Eyes duos. I want to keep calling these Prismarise because I think that's such a cool name. So I did receive this in PR. These are duo shadows that are in some ways, in my opinion, similar to what we see in like the Tom Ford sort of duo shadows. So you get a cream on top and then you get a single sort of shimmery sparkly topper shade on the bottom. Or shadow. It doesn't have to be a topper, but you get a shadow on the bottom. So with these, you have this sort of cream shade on top, and then this piece swings out. There we go. It swings up to reveal a shimmer shade at the bottom that is complementary to the cream shade. So I did get this in 4 colors. I will swatch all of them for you guys. Okay, so first up we have Mesmer Eyes. This is a green duo shade. So I'm gonna try to swatch the cream with a brush. I have a pretty stiff brush here. Oh, that is pretty. I like that a lot. And here we have that shimmer that's complementary to it. Put it right there. Okay, this is pretty powdery. Not bad. Very, very nice. Oh my gosh, this on top of that green. Y'all. I kind of just want to tap it onto the end here. Ooh, that looks really pretty topped on top of that green. So you can use either of these by itself, or you can pair it by topping the green cream with the shimmer. Very, very pretty, y'all. The next duo I have is Visual Eyes. This is a purple duo, so you have a deep, rich purple and then a purple shimmer shade. I'm trying to use my finger to see if it's possible. It's very hard to get your fingers in here. Yeah, that's not really working out. So, use my brush. Oh. This shows up as a almost like navy purple. So it has like a very strong blue base in there. But I'm really liking that cream part. And then shimmer. Okay, that's really soft and pretty. And then taking a little bit of that shimmer, I'm gonna top it on top of the end here. That's really pretty. And so far, each shade here stands up on its own, whether it is the cream or the shimmer shade. Next, we have Glamorize. This is like a light purple. So where that one was like a very deep, almost blue purple, this one is like a much lighter purple. So here we have the cream. This one needs a lot more building than the others. It's also the lightest one we've tried so far. Now to swatch the shimmer. That's pretty. It's definitely on the icy side, but it's pretty. And it has a pink purple flip to it. And like we did before, taking a little bit of the topper, and I'm just gonna put it on half of the cream shade to see what that looks like. Okay. And then the last shade that I have is Neutral Eyes. Like the name says, this is the neutral pair out of the bunch. Ooh. This one feels the creamiest out of all of them. Oh, sorry. I messed that up a little bit. Ugh. Okay, this is... Okay, that's rich. Here we have the shimmer. Oh, wow, that's beautiful. And I'm just topping that on top of that cream shade. Very pretty. So here you have it. These are the Prismatique Eyes duos from Surrat, and these are the Dark Matter singles from Blackmoxy Cosmetics. For the Surrat shades, I really like these duos. I think the combos work really well. I think the creams feel really nice. What I will say though is that 3 of the creams definitely looked a little bit more dried out than this one. The neutral one definitely had a lot more creaminess to it at initial touch and felt a lot like slicker upon application. And you can even see with some of these other ones, I'll show you. For example, if you look at the green one here, you'll notice that the edges are raised in that cream. So it has already started drying out, and this is a brand new product. Now I do think with maybe a little bit of water or spray something, it could revive it, but it does make me concerned given how quickly these dried out, and this is new. Like I never used it, never touched it. I just got it in PR, so I'm surprised that some of them are dried out so quickly. Versus if you look at the brown one, you'll see it doesn't pull away from the edges. It definitely has more creaminess to it than the green one, and is the one that is the least dried out, or not even dried out at all, than the others. And I think this is one I like the most in terms of color, so I think this is really, really beautiful. But overall, all of these are pretty and good for like a quick one and done, easy peasy look, where you just slap the cream on the eyes and then top it off with the shimmers. Okay, so that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this very quick, swatch party of some of the Surratt and Blackmoxy Cosmetics PR that I got. Let me know if you're interested in any of these. Let me know if you've tried any of these. Let me know your thoughts down below. If you haven't already done so, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Join the fam. As always, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for the support, and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye!